Hi, Dr. Phil. My name is Melanie Holland. I'm a 39-year-old wife and mother of 4. I wanted to apologize first off for speaking to you in my car. This is actually attempt number 15, and it's been so noisy I haven't been able to get away from talking kids, barking dogs, ringing phones, whatever, so this happens to be the most quiet place in town. With that said, I wanted to thank you and tell you how incredibly excited I am about the opportunity to potentially be a part of becoming a star in my own life. The timing of this couldn't be more perfect. About 10 months ago, I moved from Pennsylvania to North Carolina, and things have since been rocky. I felt disheveled and desperate, and I can't even explain how I've gotten to this point. Other than to say that when I was in Pennsylvania, I was a youth pastor and then the chaplain of the Youth Detention Center, and then I founded my own organization. I've worked with youth for about 15 years. And in PA, I had my group of kids. It took me years to get roots long enough that I knew people in the county. I knew who to talk to. If somebody needed something, they knew to call me about the kids, and I just knew where I was going, and I knew who I was. And since moving here, things have not been as smooth as I expected it to be. I really thought that things were going to be so much easier than they've been. I know who I am aside from what I do, which is a good thing since I haven't been doing youth work in about a year now. I can't even believe I'm saying that. But at the same time, I'm starting to doubt the calling I have on my life. I have an extreme passion for working with troubled kids and their families. I've taught parenting classes, I've written parenting curriculum, I've done parent-teen conferences, I've held small groups for kids, I've done all these things, and yet I'm stifled right now. I have absolutely nowhere to go, and I'm looking at all these doors and I have no idea which ones to open. All I've wanted to do is talk to kids. I've wanted to show kids unconditional love and understanding, and most importantly, I wanted to be able to show them things about themselves that they haven't been able to see. I want to be able to help them get to the place they need to be in life where they can ultimately live out their calling and understand how valuable they are. And all this sounds all great and wonderful, but the problem is that I don't know how to get there anymore. I did, but now I don't. And as far as knowing who I am, one obstacle that I've had, which I can't even believe I'm about to say this, is the fact that I'm a woman. Because I'm a woman in ministry, although my approach to kids and parents isn't always ministry related, but because I'm a minister, I've been told, I don't know how many times lately over the last year, that I wouldn't be as effective as I am, or I'm not as effective as I could be because I'm not a man. That men are more effective in this kind of work just because they're men. And I honestly did not get the memo that I had to have a penis in order to be effective. I know that penis is probably kind of a strong word coming from a female pastor, but Christians have penises too, not me in particular, but you know what I'm saying. You get my point, that I just didn't realize that being a man was that important. And I don't want to sound sexist, and I think I'm starting to, but please don't misunderstand me, and I don't want to have to re-record this, so I'm just going to keep going. I am not against one gender or the other. This isn't about that. It's about me knowing who I am, doing what I do, and being as successful at it as I possibly can be. And I need your help. I desperately need your help to achieve that goal. And I want to wrap this up with something that I think has really shaken me to the core. About a year ago, a friend of mine's sister is a producer in New York, and she saw a video of me, and she approached me, created a pitch tape, and showed it to different networks, different cable networks. For about a year, we thought that it was going to be going to MTV. They were really interested. They batted the idea around for a while, and it just recently, once I moved here, it fell to the wayside. They decided to go in a different direction. To be honest with you, it crushed me, because I thought, for all that time, I thought that I was finally going to have the stage and the ability to speak to kids and to reach kids in a way that they needed to be reached, and to finally have a voice for them and a voice for parents and to be able to help this generation. And I know you get what I'm saying because this is what you do on a much bigger scale. But that crushed me. And with that, I think that's why I felt so lost. And I need your help. So I'm begging you to please consider. Gosh, I really do sound desperate and pathetic, don't I? Let's just say that I don't. But I just look forward to hearing from you, and I trust that this is going to happen. I believe that I'm going to hear from you, and that something great's going to happen. And I don't know what else to say. I'm not really good at closing, so I'll just say bye.